Hey everyone, and welcome. So you're an entrepreneur in India, right? You've got the big idea, you've got the drive, but you're wondering where the support system is. Well, you're in luck. There's a whole world of government help out there. We're talking subsidies, collateral-free loans, and so much more. Let's dive right in and explore the schemes that can really fuel your vision.
You know, this isn't just some nice-sounding quote. It's the absolute truth. Micro, small, and medium enterprises, or what we all call MSMEs, they are truly the engine of our economy. They're what pushes innovation forward and creates jobs. And that's exactly why this explainer is so important. It's about showing you how to tap into the support that's been designed specifically to help you and your business succeed.
I think this is a question every single entrepreneur has asked themselves at some point. You've got that brilliant vision, but figuring out the whole funding and support thing, it can feel like a maze, right? Well, the good news is you really don't have to figure it all out on your own. There's actually a pretty clear path forward that the government has laid out.
We've laid this all out as a journey, a kind of roadmap for you. It takes you from that initial spark of an idea all the way to becoming a real competitive force in the market. We're going to cover the key government schemes at every single stage, starting up, getting funded, scaling smart, staying competitive, and of course, what your next step should be.
All right, let's start at the very beginning. That moment you decide to turn your brilliant idea into an actual living, breathing business. You know, this first step is often the hardest one, but there's a scheme built specifically to give you that powerful initial push. So let me introduce you to the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, or PMEGP. Its whole mission is to help people just like you, first-time entrepreneurs, get off the ground with a really strong credit-linked subsidy. It's not just about starting a business, it's about creating jobs and sustainable employment all across the country.
And this is where it gets really interesting. This scheme makes starting a business so much more accessible. It can support projects up to 50 lakhs for manufacturing, and here's the kicker. It provides a subsidy of up to 35%. This means you only have to put in 5 to 10% of the cost yourself. That huge financial wall that stops so many people, it just got a whole lot smaller. Just remember, the UDYM registration is a must-have.
And you know what? The support doesn't just stop once you're up and running. If you have a successful PMEGP or Mudra unit, you can actually get a second, bigger loan to expand or upgrade your technology. It's all designed to help you grow from a small, micro-enterprise into something much, much bigger.
Okay, so your business is established. Awesome. But now you need fuel for the fire, right? You need to grow. And for most people, that means getting a loan. But here's the classic problem. What if you don't have any property or assets to offer up as security? This is one of the biggest roadblocks for small businesses, for sure.
Well, this is where the Credit Guarantee Scheme for Micro and Small Enterprises, or CGTMSE, comes in. And honestly, it's a total game changer. See, the scheme doesn't give you the loan directly. Instead, it gives a guarantee to the bank on your behalf. This encourages them to lend you money without demanding any collateral. It's an incredibly powerful tool, especially for first-generation entrepreneurs.
The impact here is just massive. We are talking about collateral-free loans up to a staggering 5 crore rupees. 5 crore! The government guarantees up to 90% of that loan, which drastically lowers the risk for the bank. This just blows the doors wide open for so many businesses that would have otherwise been shut out from formal credit. For any micro or small enterprise, this is your ticket to getting serious capital.
So, you've got the funding. Now, it's time to scale up. But you know, scaling isn't just about getting bigger, it's about getting smarter. And the government offers a couple of really distinct paths to do this, depending on what kind of business you have.
So you've got two main paths for smart growth. The first is MSCDP, which is all about strength in numbers, helping groups of similar businesses grow together. The second is PM Vishwakarma, which is laser-focused on empowering individual artisans with skills, tools, and credit. Let's take a quick look at each one. The Micro and Small Enterprises Cluster Development Program, let's just call it MSCDP, is for businesses that can do more by pooling their resources. Just imagine a whole group of textile makers in one area. Instead of each one trying to buy their own expensive equipment, the government helps fund a shared common facility center that everyone can use. It's about building a whole ecosystem where everybody wins. And then for the individual creator, the artisan, there's PM Vishwakarma. This is like a complete support package for traditional craftspeople. From carpenters to blacksmiths to potters. It gives them formal recognition, skilled training with a daily stipend, money for modern tools, and access to low-interest collateral-free loans. This whole scheme is about keeping our traditions alive by making them profitable.
Okay, so you've started up, you're funded, and you're scaling.
The final piece of the puzzle is staying ahead of the competition. And in today's market, that means one thing. You've got to be efficient, innovative, and sustainable.
This leads us to the MSME Champions Scheme. I want you to think of this as a complete toolkit to make your business more modern and more competitive. It's all about helping you streamline everything you do, so you can compete not just nationally, but on the global stage too.
This really powerful scheme is built on 3 core ideas, 3 pillars, to turn your business into a real champion. Being sustainable through better quality, being innovative with new ideas and designs, and being competitive by becoming super efficient.
So how does it actually work? Well, to be sustainable, you can get something called a Zero Defect, Zero Effect, or ZED certification, and the government helps pay for it. To be innovative, you can get financial help to develop new product designs and protect them with patents. And to be competitive, you can adopt what's called lean manufacturing. It's a system to cut out waste, and the government will cover up to 90% of the cost. It's incredible.
Wow, we have covered a lot of ground. From that very first spark of an idea all the way to becoming a global competitor. So now let's bring it all home and talk about how you can actually take all this information and put it into action.
Your path forward really breaks down into 4 simple steps. First, figure out where you are right now. Are you just starting? Do you need funding? Are you scaling? Or are you trying to compete? Second, match that stage to the perfect scheme we've talked about today. Third, head over to the official government websites to apply online. And finally, and this is super important, get your UDYAM registration done. Seriously, think of it as your passport to accessing all of these amazing benefits.
So the support is there, the roadmap is clear. These schemes are all designed to tear down the biggest obstacles that entrepreneurs face. They give you the spark, the fuel, the blueprint, and the competitive edge. The only real question left is, with all these tools in your hands, what will you build?